Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, I want to talk to you guys about the game of eskrima. Now, the moment I say game, I know that doesn't sound realistic, but believe me, don't get the wrong idea. When I say game, I'm still talking about using it in a real life situation, in a real life crisis situation, in a street fight, in self-defense, whatever it is. I'm still talking about that, okay? But by game, I mean it's a game of strategy and skill, okay? So in order to do that, the first thing is you got to look at your eskrima techniques and you have to practice the ones that are designed for speed, okay? So look for the ones that are specifically for speed. And I'm going to show you one right now. And it's basically just get into your fighting stance where the stick side is to the front, and from right here, you're just going to be going 1 and 2, just like that, 1, 2. It's just really fast this way and this way. It's non-committed, it's fast, and this is like equivalent to your jab in boxing, all right? Now, you don't want to just be aiming for the face area all the time, okay? Remember, in eskrima, one of the main ideas is defang the snake. So you could also attack them right in their hand. So if they have a weapon, you are aiming for this area right here and hurt them there. Boom, and get out of there real quick. So just boom, boom, like so, okay? Really fast, short strikes. So practice that. You could go from the outside, boom, to inside, or you could go from inside to outside. So 1, 2, or from outside inside. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And just move around and practice that. Remember, this is designed for speed. So if you're practicing this move like this and you're chaining it like that and you're doing this kind of stuff, this is not going to help you. As awesome as this may look, okay, that's not how you're going to be utilizing it in a real life situation. You're going to be utilizing this with speed, so you have to practice it with speed. So you're moving around like this and bam, like that. You're going to have to actually use it the way, or practice it the way that you're going to be using it. So be sure that you practice it with speed. Okay, so the second part, the second type of techniques that we're looking for are your power moves. Okay, so we're dividing up your techniques. So we have a bunch of techniques that you practice, and that's fine. You could be practicing like this with your angles of attack and everything, but now we're talking about real life applications. So we need to start dividing the techniques and go, this one is for this situation, this one is for that situation. So we need to know when to use it. That's what's very important. Everyone talks about this technique is realistic or not. It's not about that. It's about when you're using the technique. If you're using it at the right time in the right place, I don't care if it's a backflip kick, if you use it at the right time, then you won't miss. 10 times out of 10, you're going to be able to pull it off. All right, so for this next part, we want to work on power, and these are the two techniques. Number one is just a number one diagonal slash coming down, and then the second move is a backhand. Backhand is notorious. It's one of the most powerful strikes that you can do in eskrima. So practice those, and remember, it's difficult to do indoors. I recommend you do it outdoors with power because you don't want to break anything. And if you're going, because this is designed for power, you want to practice it actually with power, and by getting the repetitions, you're training your body. If you haven't done this and you try to swing the stick as hard as you can, you're going to feel stuff, maybe, hopefully not, but maybe even rip inside. You're going to be like, oh, I don't feel right now. So you have to be in the practice, and you have to get it down to where you can do it no problem. You can do it again and again and again, you know, and you're used to it. So you definitely want to be able to do that. And because you're using so much force and stuff, you're probably going to want to do it also with the left hand to balance out, because it is a lot of strain on the body. But just like the speed, you've got to actually practice it with real power. All right, so the third component is we got to put it together. You look at any boxing, kickboxing, MMA match, they do combos. They do combos for a reason. So that's what we need to do. We need to chain the speed and the power that we just did right now together. So it was 1, 2, okay? So I went from outside to inside, and now this is perfect for a backhand, and then you can come down with this powerful diagonal strike this way. So one more time. Come in from the outside, quick hit, and then now the inside quick hit, and then that sets up for backhand, and then boom, right here. So 1, 2, and notice 1, 2, I'm using it like like it is designed for, because it is designed for speed. So 1, 2, real quick, and then from here, boom, when I do the backhand, I really step in, put all the force in there, and this sets me up for this diagonal. And then you see I throw my whole body into it. Even though I'm not doing it with power, you can see my body, boom, is not lying. My body is actually doing it as if I were putting 100% in there. So that is what's important. And please, once again, do this outside. Make sure you're safe, don't break anything, and have fun with it. Okay, so the next combo, because we came from the outside to inside, let's do the reverse. Now we're gonna go inside this way, outside, and now this sets up for this diagonal motion right here, and now, boom, there's your backhand. So, one more time, we're gonna go from inside, the quick strike from the inside, boom, and then now the outside, and now diagonal, and here's your backhand. One more time this way. Okay, so we're going inside, outside, and notice I'm using the momentum of that quick strike that I did to set me up for the diagonal, and then here's my backhand. Boom, right there. All right, so the next component for learning the eskrima game is now we got to add in feints, all right, because that's what we're doing. I'm playing a game with my opponent, all right, even if this is the street, even if this is combat on a battlefield with machine guns and stuff, if I have the opportunity, I'd rather play this than be bam, in close, because I'm just taking too much of a risk. Why take a risk when you don't have to? If you don't have to, then this is ideal. This is the way to fight, okay? Believe it or not. So what I want to do here is now I want to fake out my opponent, right? So I want to put in feints. The feints here that we're going to practice, guess what? They come from the circular motion. So we could still do this and this, okay? Outside, inside, or inside, outside, but we're adding a circular motion. So this circular motion right here, I could go this way, or I could go this way, all right? And then from here, you see, I'm adding a circle, boom, boom. What the circle does is it takes me around and keeps me back to where I can launch the strike. Okay, so boom, and actually it builds a momentum for me to add a strike right there. So I'm actually making a large motion, much larger than just going right here. So instead of just striking right here, I'm making my motion that travels longer, building up momentum, okay? So it has the benefit of momentum to increase my power, and it also has momentum where they're going, what's going on? So I want to fake them out like so. So just add circle this way. It could be this way too. Okay, so if you are going to go from this inside strike this way, you could add circle going this way, which is going downwards, and I could go in the reverse direction, which I'm going upwards. Try to control your circle where it's not this massive all the time. When you first start in eskrima, your circles are probably quite massive like this. Remember, keep the hands close, but control it to where they're much smaller like so. So from here, you're adding this kind of feint right here, boom, and there's a strike, boom, there's a strike, boom, there's a strike right there. So you're mixing it in with these circles to keep you flowing, but also to fake them out. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.